Are you a 1 or a 2? Okay, so just pull up a chair to the middle table.
He's a 1, remember? She was like, and you're a 1 like 11.
Okay, so, if you're in the back channel, you're going to the URL that's in the yellow box, and it's going to ask you for your name. So put in a nickname, and then as you type in the blue box, your post will show up in reverse order on the left. So newest posts show up at the top. Yeah.
So we're not doing the genetic.
Very insightful. No, so you guys do not have today's book open right now. You only have the article open.
Right.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, somebody in the middle, go ahead and jump in with to what extent can genetics impact behavior or explain behavior?
I think genes can affect behavior, but I feel like that environment affects your behavior more than actually.
Like,
There's more than that.
yeah, you have to
Yeah,
keep
you have
on.
to be like, good point, but, or.
And
Wait, could you restate the question again?
Sure.
Is it like-
To what extent can genes impact or explain behavior? So it's like the nature versus nurture debate. So like, does your behavior mostly come from your genes or does it mostly come from other things?
Well, according. Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, like when I read this article, it was talking about like the twins and how genetics did play a big role in like personality and that sort of stuff. But I think also, I mean, I think genes do play a role, but not to. I guess I don't know how to put this in
Not
words.
to where it like controls everything.
Right. Yeah. I think the environment also has like a big role in affecting behavior. Because like when the identical twins were separated at birth, there were certain differences. So like they were gonna see if like the twins would still be the same, and like in some certain things like they were the same, but in other ways they also weren't. So I think the environment definitely does impact in like other ways that genes don't.
I agree with this article also brought into the bias viewpoint of like, if they vote for a black hat, they're like, oh, they have that in common. But if they vote for the black hat, they're like,
They
oh,
look-
it's not that you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if they overlook certain
Good point, but I believe that this entire thing is a scam by the government. It says they are raised separately, but actually the government raised both of them in the exact same conditions in order to bamboozle us.
Okay, I can
agree more.
agree to disagree, but yeah.
Okay, stop giving me the truth.
Oh, okay. Gosh, you're supposed to
Hey.
do that during lunch.
Hey.
I mean, I can see your point.
Actually, you're supposed to do it during homework, but.
Yeah, come on, Fish.
Oops. I can see your point, Daniel, but I don't think they'll go to that much. Like, I don't think they'll go to that extent to make us.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what extent they're going to cover up the lizard people underneath the Denver airport? I think this is like palpable.
Okay, so, I mean,
when you get evidence, please just let me know.
Yeah, when you get the evidence.
Go to the Denver airport, see for yourself. Then you can talk to me about evidence.
okay. So, I think that, like, everyone, like, I think I'm agree with everyone, but I
You agree
think.
with everyone, including Daniel.
Can I talk?
Yeah, you can talk.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Daniel, stop.
Okay, so I think that genetic is important, but I think that environment will influence a person more than genetic. Or if you're talking about like, it depends on like what kind you're talking about, with genetic trait or it's just a personality. I think personality can change sometimes, like the people you're working with and the place you'll be, and then